Hello everyone. In this video we will learn about graphs in of equations in two variables. So an equation in two variables, something, for example, like if I have to give an example, it would be an expression like this. So which may look like this, which has two variables, and it is giving you a relationship between x and y. So as x takes different values, y's value also changes accordingly. So before we go into the details of sketching a graph or knowing what is a graph, etc., we will know what do you mean by saying like a point satisfies an equation. So a definition: a point x comma y is said to satisfy an equation if the values of x and y, when substituted in the equation, makes it true. So we took an example like y is equal to x square plus 1. So if I consider the point 3 comma 10, so when do we say that 3 comma 10 satisfies this particular equation? When here x value is 3 and y value is 10. So when we substitute x value, if we get back 10 upon solving the equation, it means that 3 comma 10 satisfies y is equal to x square plus 1. So for that we will consider RHS, that is x square plus 1. So for x is equal to 3, it would be 9 plus 1. So that is nothing but 10, which is our y, and therefore RHS is equal to LHS. So that means 3 comma 10 is satisfying the given equation y is equal to x square plus 1. So now we shall define a graph. The graph of an equation in x and y is the set of all points x comma y, that is your ordered pair, in the coordinate plane that satisfy the equation. So you might have observed, like till today we were thinking graph is nothing but a picture or a diagram that represents the equation. No, graph is actually a set of points. So you consider all those ordered pairs which satisfy the equation. So you can represent that set as a diagram if you plot all the points on a coordinate plane and connect all the points. You can see how the graph looks like pictorially, but in actuality the graph itself is nothing but a set. So we will do a problem where we sketch a given graph. We will find out what are all the points to be considered, like how do we consider points that satisfy the equation, and also how do we plot it on a coordinate plane, and how can we pictorially represent or sketch the given graph. So this is number 56 in your book. Sketch the graph by plotting points. So the given equation is 3x minus 5y is equal to 30. So now I have to express either x in terms of y or y in terms of x. So I will do the traditional way of expressing y in terms of x. So that implies 3x minus 30 would be 5y. That implies you can also write it as 5y is equal to 3x minus 30. So that implies y is equal to 3x minus 30 divided by 5. That is nothing but 3 times x minus 10 divided by 5, because 3 is common in first and second term of the numerator. So now arbitrarily choosing some values of x. You know that x can take all the negative values, like values from negative infinity to infinity. It can take all the negative values, negative real numbers. It can take 0 as a value. It can take positive numbers as a value. You choose arbitrarily some handful of values for x, substitute that in the equation and find out correspondingly what would be the value of y. So then you will get certain ordered pairs that would satisfy the equation. Plot them on the coordinate plane, which you learned it in the previous video, and connect all the points to see like how this particular equation looks on the coordinate plane. So to do that, let us consider values of x from 0. I will consider to be 1, I will consider 0, 1, 2, 3 and -1, -2, -3. So I will consider these values of x and find out what would be the corresponding value of y according to the given equation. So y is nothing but 3x minus 30 divided by 5 for us. And what is the point that you get? Okay, so for x is equal to 0, so y would be nothing but 3x mean that would be negative 30 divided by 5, that is nothing but -6. So the given point is 0, -6. Next you have x is equal to 1. So y would be 3 minus 30 divided by 3 minus 30 divided by 5. So that would give us -27 divided by 5. That is nothing but in decimal format it is -5. It's -5.4. So that is your point would reduce to 1, -5.4. So the same thing you will do with 2. You can calculate this. You will get y to be -4.8. So you will get 2, -4.8. And for 3 you will get y to be -4.2. You can do this by yourself. So you will be 3, -4.2. So now coming to the negative values. So when x is -1, y would be -3 minus 30, that would be divided by 5, that would be -33 divided by 5. So that would give us -6.6. So our point will be -1, -6.6. So you can do this by yourself for -2. So y will be -7.2 and y will be -7.8 for -3. So the points are -2, -7.2, -3, -7.8. Okay, so these are all the collection of points. So this can go on up infinitely. This procedure can be repeated infinitely number of times, because x can take infinite values. X can take all real values. So I have a handful of values that I can plot so that I can view the graph, view the graph as a diagram. So that would be, for that I should plot the graph. So here is my Okay, yeah, x and y axis. I'll draw a better one. Yeah. Okay, here is my x and y axis. So now this is x, this is y, this is 0. So what are all the values that we considered? 1, 2, 3, positive side, -1, -2, -3, 4, and this goes on up to -infinity. You need y values up to -7 or -8. So I think I should draw y to be much more lengthier. Okay. Yeah. Both the sides. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah. So now I'll draw the graph first, the axis. Okay. Fine. So I have y values to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need more y values. So negative side. Okay. Because I don't think I have positive y values, so I made my negative side of y more lengthier. So my plotting becomes easier. So this is our x and this is our y. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 0, and -1, -2, -3, 4, and here -1 on y, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7 and -8. Exactly correct. Okay, so now the first point is 0, -6. So the point lies here, 0, -6, 0 on x-axis and -6 on y-axis. Then the second point is 1, -5.4. So if this would be 5.5, and so 5.4 will be somewhere here. So this would be yeah, that should be on 1. So here is the point, 1, -5.4. So next we have 2, -4.8. 2 is here. 2, -4.8 will be somewhere here. Okay, this is 0, -6. Yeah. So next I will draw the negative values. -1, -6.6. -1 is here. 6.6 will be, if you have 6.5 here, you will have 6 here. Somewhere it lies here. So that would be -1, -6.6. Okay. So then -2, -7.2. -2, -7.2. So that would be somewhere here. And -3, -7.8. Okay, 7.2 was wrong. Yeah. So it is somewhere here, and 7.8 is somewhere here. Okay, So if you join all the points now, so it started from here and went accordingly, connecting all the points. Then connect these points and this. So the graph looks somewhat like this. So this is how you sketch the graph of the given equation. Consider arbitrarily as many points as you can and plot them on the coordinate plane and connect them to see that how your set of all points that satisfy your given equation looks like pictorially. So we should do another one. This has an absolute value. So this is number 60 in your book. Suppose you are given an equation y is equal to x plus absolute value of x plus 1. Again, I consider different values of x and correspondingly find out what would be the value of y. So if I consider -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for -4 it is -4 plus 1, that is absolute value of -3, that is 3. If you consider -3, -3 plus 1, absolute value of -2, that is 2. -2 plus 1, that would be -1, absolute value of -1 is 1. So then if you have -1 plus 1, that would be absolute value of 0, that is 0. So if you have 0, that would be absolute value of 1, that is 1. If you have 1, absolute value of 2, that is 2. If you have x is equal to 2, absolute value of 3 will be 3. If you have x is equal to 3, absolute value of 4 is 4 itself, and absolute value, if x is equal to 3, absolute value of 5 will be 5. So what are all the points that you get? Points are -4, 3, -3, 2, -2, 1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 4, 5. So you have many points here to be plotted. So now we will sketch the graph for the given equation. So this is our x-axis and y-axis and our origin. So if I consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all negative values. These are positive, and y-axis has positive values above and negative values below. So if we start plotting the points, first point is -4, 3. So -4 on y-axis and 3 on x-axis. -4 on x-axis and 3 on y-axis is this point, -4, 3. Then -3, 2, -3, 2, -2, 1 is here, -1, 0 is on the x-axis. Y is 0, so it is on the x-axis. Then going for 0 value, 0, 1. So 0, 1 is here, and 1, 2, 1, 2 is here, 2, 3 is here, 3, 4 is here, 4, 5 is here. So now connecting all the points, we get the graph looks like this. So this is the absolute value graph, shifted one step away from the origin. So this is how the particular graph looks like for the given equation. Now it's time for your quiz. Quiz 1.9.3. Check whether the points 0, 1, 1 over root 2, 1 over root 2, and root 3, root 3 divided by 2, 1 over 2 satisfy the equation x square plus y square is equal to 1 or not. So substitute the given points for x respectively for x and y values, and check whether you are getting RHS is equal to LHS as we did above in the beginning of the video. So next, your quiz 1.9.4. Make the table of values to and sketch the graph of the given equations. So first one, y is equal to 3 minus x square. Second, y is equal to y times x square plus 1 is equal to 1. Third, y is equal to negative absolute value of x. You can use your graphing calculator. If you are asked to use it, you should learn to use graph calculators. So for that, I will email you a PDF file which has all the instructions of using it. And if you are asked to use it, like you have been assigned some homework problems where you need to use your graph calculators so to solve certain equations. To do that, I will email you a guidelines or an instruction set of a PDF file, so that you can look into that manual and learn how to plot graphs. If you have any problems, please come to my office hours. I will help you using a virtual calculator to help you understand how to use your calculator to graph. Unless you are asked to use the calculator, you need not use it, because all these equations you can do it manually. There are certain complicated equations where you need to use your calculator. So if you are asked to use the calculator, you can use it. If you are not asked to use your calculator, you will be given equations which you can plot, which you can find out the values and plot it on the graph sheet. So yeah, that is it. If you have any problems about, like, questions about using the calculator, even after I send you a PDF file, you can come to the office hours. You have a week time, and I conduct office hours every day 10 to 11, Monday to Friday 10 to 11 a.m. that is in the morning, and Wednesdays I have 2 hours of office hours, that is 10 to 11 and 3 to 4. Please make a note of it and come to office hours to ask questions or clarify your doubts. So see you soon. Thank you.